Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode. Now this episode is clearly inspired by Lonsboy Post 1975's current video he just released, which was 10 games that I've never played, and it inspired me so much that I want to do my own video. So 10 games I've never played. Okay, the first one up is actually a game that I really want to play. I just never got around to playing it or grabbing a copy. It's Portal, the original Portal, and my buddy actually played both the Portal 1 and Portal 2 and loved them and keeps, griping me to play it, and just haven't got around to it. So Portal, haven't played it. Okay, the next one is actually The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. You know what? The Legend of Zelda games past Ocarina of Time just kind of seemed iffy to me. Even I bought Twilight Princess and I delved into it and I couldn't finish it. So anything past Ocarina of Time I'm kind of iffy on, and I never got Majora's Mask. I just didn't understand it, and I wasn't interested, so I stayed away from it. Okay, you see this? I don't know if you can see that too well. That's Vector Man 2, right? The Genesis? You know what game I haven't played? The original Vector Man. And I don't know why, because it's a classic on the Genesis, and I really need to get a hold of that copy. I really do want to play it, just haven't found it. Also on the same note, let's see if you can see this one. Tomb Raider 2, right? You can kind of see that? Good game, by the way. Never played the original Tomb Raider, and it's definitely one of the classic PS1 games. Just, I don't know, I need to find copies of these games. I always keep playing the sequels, and I just don't find the time, or I just don't find the game to play the freaking original. But Tomb Raider, haven't played it. Another game that I haven't played is the arcade edition of Mortal Kombat 2, and it's kind of surprising. In our area, we had quite a few arcades back in the day, and Mortal Kombat 2, I remember seeing it at this place called the Wheels Inn. They had a huge arcade, and I remember seeing it dozens and dozens of times, for years even. They had an MK2 cabinet. Never got around to playing it. I don't know why. I always wanted to play it. They had like Street Fighter 2 and every other fighter imaginable. MK2, I never put a quarter into it. Never played it. So it's a lot of Genesis games, I guess, on this list for me. Another game that I really, really want to play, and I actually want to physically own a copy, is Castlevania Bloodlines on the Genesis. I've never played it. So speaking of sequels being a popular trend on my list, I've played Gears of War 2, and I love it. It's sitting on my shelf right there. I've never played the original Gears of War. Oops. I'll probably receive a lot of flack for this, but continuing with The Legend of Zelda and everything past Ocarina of Time is kind of, I don't want to delve too deeply into it, is The Wind Waker. I've never played The Wind Waker, and funny thing is I owned the demo disc, right, that came with the GameCube. It had Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, and it had a demo for The Wind Waker. I've never played it. Isn't that crazy? I have never ever played or will ever play a single Call of Duty game. Never. And last but certainly not least is a game that I really want to own and I really want to play, but never got around to it. Final Fantasy VI for the SNES. It's a shame, really. It's one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I just never got around to finding it or playing it. So that's my list. Max Impact 24 here. I want to know 10 games you haven't played. I'll see you later. Till we meet again.